In this movie, we'll take a tour of the main window in Logic Pro and get to know where some of its features are, where things are laid out, and how to find them. So this is the main area where you'll do a lot of work in Logic Pro. It's called the Workspace. Here you'll work with MIDI regions and later on also audio regions. On the left, these are the tracks laid out vertically, and time is laid out horizontally in the ruler currently showing units of bars and beats. Now Logic has a really helpful help function. If you click on this question mark icon, you'll find that as you move the cursor around in the interface, you'll get a pop-up window to tell you something about various icons and other features in the interface. So that's a really helpful way to get to know the program. Let's have a look at some of the other areas that you'll work with in the main window. If you click on this eye icon, you'll see the inspectors, and there's a couple of different inspectors. This is the region inspector, and it will show you some information about any selected region, and you can change various parameters as you're doing your work. Below that, there's also a track inspector, and the track inspector will show you information about selected tracks, and again, with various parameters you may want to change as you're working. Below that, this is the channel strip inspector area. This is the left channel strip inspector. This is the right channel strip inspector. The left channel strip inspector will show you the settings in the mixer for any selected track. So there's volume, panning, outputs, sends. This is where we would put plugins like EQs and compression. This is an instrument track, so that's an instrument slot for a software instrument. The right channel strip inspector will show you output destinations depending on what you click in the left channel strip inspector. So for example, if I click on where it says bus 1, which is a send to an aux track, the right channel strip inspector shows me that aux track, and you can see this aux track picks up bus 1 and in this case routes it through a reverb plugin. If I click on the stereo out of the left channel strip inspector, the right channel strip inspector shows me the main output destination of the project. Up here across the top, this is called the control bar, and there's various icons that you can see, and by clicking on them you can engage in various operations or show other areas in the main interface. For example, clicking this icon shows the toolbar, and the toolbar gives you some icons that also give you direct access to particular operations like splitting things and joining things and so forth. In the control bar area, you'll see there are icons for the transport. Over here, other icons for doing various kinds of operations or turning things on and off. For example, turning on and off the metronome. In the middle of the display, this is the LCD display, and this little drop-down menu lets you show the LCD display with various pieces of information, like just bars and beats, or just time, or combinations of those things, or in custom mode, you can choose what you want to show in the LCD display. To the left, these icons will show various editors. If you click on the scissors icon, the piano roll, score, and step editors. This will show you the mixing window, and this will show you what are called smart controls, which give you quick access to various parameters in software instruments and plugins. Over on the right, we have various editors such as the list editors, the event list, marker, tempo, and time signature lists. This is the notepad. So these are the notes for the whole project, and then individual tracks can also have notes as well. This icon will give you access to the Apple loops installed on your computer, and this icon will give you access to importing media from other areas on your computer. So that's a quick tour of the main window and shows you the layout of features and where you can find other areas to go to in Logic.